How a tea is picked is one of the most important factors when it comes to determining not only the price of a tea, but also the flavor of the tea as well. In this video, we're going to show you how different types of teas are picked and why it matters. We're going to start on the farm of Mr. Sakamoto, a talented tea farmer who specializes in gyokuro tea, the most sought-after leaf tea in Japan. He also produces a delicious kukicha and karigane, made from both the stems and the leaves of the tea plant. Let's learn a little bit about his leaf selection process.
So, we learned something very important today. So actually, when we are looking at the tea leaves, for example, here we have a tea leaf which you could take away. It has actually the 3 leaves here, which you then harvest for the best quality green tea. So this is the Chamei-jin of Mr. Sakamoto. So this is really the highest quality tea. This you can take away here. Then he said he has also kukicha and kukicha or karigane, which is from the best gyokuro. So he's producing karigane. He actually uses the rest of the stem until here. So this part is then used, so it's dried and used for the karigane. So in the top you see this is used for the gyokuro and this is for the karigane. And in the gyokuro he also has different qualities. So he's taking the top leaves off for the highest quality, and you have a little bit of a lower quality where the teas are a little bit, or the leaves are a little bit thicker. So you can see this one is very soft and fine, and here this one is a little bit thicker, but still very good quality. He's using for a little bit lower grade gyokuro. So actually with the same plant you can do top grade or high grade or premium grade gyokuro, just using the different leaves and the stem from here to here for the kukicha or the karigane in the case of the gyokuro, as karigane is a high grade kukicha.
In addition to teas like gyokuro, kukicha, and karigane, there is also a type of tea called bancha, which is made from the older leaves of the tea plant. At the field of Mr. Fujisako in Kumamoto, they specialize in the production of tamaryokucha, or curled tea, but there is also a great bancha being produced here as well.
So for the bancha actually, he uses much more. So just here, for example, here we have the top of the plant for his highest grade tea, the tamaryokucha bezako. He uses this part here. So this is really the upper part. If he does bancha, so which is coming from the second or third harvest, it's actually this part of the plant down until here, which is used. So he uses as well the stem, as he explained us for the bancha, and sometimes even you see that the leaves are much thicker. Here it's very fine, and here you have thicker leaves, which are then used also for the bancha. So bancha is actually a rougher tea, not as highly selected as the normal tea or as his high grade teas. And here you also use the thicker and less high quality leaves.
Because bancha is made from the older leaves, the flavor is milder than a normal sencha, which typically has these bright, vibrant, and vegetable notes. Bancha is a bit more woody or earthy, with higher minerals and less caffeine. As Oliver mentioned, bancha is also often picked from the later harvests of the tea plant. This brings up an important point, and that is that when the tea plant is picked also makes a difference. The tea plant can be harvested up to 4 times a year, with the last harvest taking place in the fall. This fall harvest, or aki bancha, can be sold as a tea, but the farmers on Yakushima Island have a different use for it.
So you can really see that we are here in the Yakushima tea farm, Mr. Watanabe, that it is an organic tea farm. Already there are plants growing all around the tea plants here. We have seen some wild strawberries growing also close to the plant. And what the family really does to really lift this cycle of the nature is that in the end of the year, instead of harvesting the last crop, so the last harvest, which is called autumn harvest or akibancha as well, they use it to nourish the plant again. So these final crops, they give it back to nature to really close the circle of the year, to close the circle of nature, to also really have the best tasting tea and to give the best nourishment to the plants.
So as you can see, there is so much more to tea than simply the processing of it. A lot of decisions need to be made even before the tea leaves are picked, and these decisions can lead to vastly different flavors in the taste of the final tea. If you're interested in trying a few different types of teas at once, we recommend trying out a green tea sampler. After traveling around Japan for the past few years, we've met with dozens of farmers and sampled hundreds of different types of teas. We've put all of our favorites into the Mega Sampler, a collection of 30 great green teas from all over Japan. If you'd like to support our channel by picking one of these up on our website, neoteas.com, we would greatly appreciate that. If you have any questions about Japanese green tea, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. And until then, we'll see you next time.